Just keep it clean. Take it away, Holly.
All right, everybody. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to hear all these answers from our 4 amazing people. How about that? Justin, you're first. First question goes to Justin. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Why did you do this? Meaning, why real estate?
That's a great question. I just, well, I was bartending, and every Friday night, the guy who would become my eventual, my first broker and mentor, came in and told me that I should be selling real estate. And I kept on telling him I had a pretty gig going with all my side gigs. And he finally wore me down. And just so happened that all the crazy experience that I had in different worlds and lifetimes all came together, and it really seemed to be okay. And it worked in real estate, So that's that.
All right.
Wasn't a plan.
The best time. I mean, I think we all, like, no one can plan this, right? Like, no one would have planned. Did you plan it? Did anybody plan it? Chris, you planned it? Yeah.
Chris plans everything.
Yeah. All right. Who else wants to answer that? Christy, the answer?
Why real estate? Because my mother was a real estate agent, and I grew up with like sitting outside her conference room office while she wrote contracts, and had the phone with the really long cord walking through the house. So to me, I was just around it constantly, and so it's like a natural thing for me to do. Even though I tried to convince her I wanted to be a dog groomer, she said, "No, you're not doing that. You're going to be a real estate agent." And I was like, "Okay." That's how that went down.
That's the only job you've ever had?
So when I graduated from college, I sold Yellow Pages. You talk about a hard job over the phone. There were 2 teams. One that this is about when Justin rolls his eyes. So yeah. So I sold Yellow Page advertising for probably, I don't know, 7 years or so, and was, always their top salesperson. And I just exceeded at that. And then I got pregnant. And then I stayed at home. And then, but during that time, I drove a school bus too. I always would do anything to make money, right, for my family. And so I would, anything, you name it, I would do it.
She's not just clean.
Yeah, keep it clean.
No, but I've always been in 2 jobs, and they're both, sales relationship.
Chris?
Hey. So I've told my story a lot. Owned several businesses, but when I sold all my Verizon stores, my wife said, after I sat around for 2 weeks, she said, "You got to get a job. You're going to drive me crazy." And I was way too young to retire. So I was just flipping through Facebook, and an old employee was a real estate agent, and he was looking for someone to join his team. And I looked at my wife and I said, "I'm going to go sell real estate." And she's like, "Yeah, whatever." 3 weeks later, I had my license. So it was a slam bam, but from that point forward, I saw a path to where the path to what we're doing now was my plan, because being an entrepreneur, I'm always looking for that edge of how can I make more? How can I own more? And that's very similar to each one of you, is you have your own business, and you got to look at the opportunities presented themselves to you, because and I've said this before too, an opportunity is like a whisper. It will disappear very quickly. So you have to understand and appreciate that opportunity and grab it very quick and go for it. So why are you guys laughing? Because I've said this before. Yeah. I did to Justin. Justin? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it was something like that. But I've said that to some agents as well, is the opportunities that you see in this business. If you don't grasp that opportunity, you're going to miss it. Someone else is going to take it. And I'm sure we'll talk more about brokerages and how that opportunity came to be. But I'm sure we want to hear what Terry has to say about real estate.
Yeah, why real estate, Terry?
I was forced into real estate. So my previous job before I got into real estate, had an opportunity to buy a local brokerage, and we all kind of fell into getting licensed together. So as far as real estate goes, I don't have a reason as to why real estate, because it was never something that I wanted to do. It was actually the systems and the contracts and the paperwork and all of the stuff that most of you don't like that I really fell in love with whenever I got licensed. I just like that kind of stuff, but I stayed in it and built a career off of it for my kids. I mean, it opened doors and pathways for my family to be able to do things that we never would have thought that we were going to do. So yeah, so that's why real estate, I guess.
Wrong. Wrong.
There's the money.
All righty. So we'll just start with Terry on this next question. We want to know who has tattoos, how many, and do any of you have matching company tattoos? All right. So there's 3 questions. 1. Nope, Terry, go first. Go right ahead.
No matching company tattoos yet.
I like that answer.
Yes, I have lots of them. I have 18 tattoos, 13 of which have meaning. And yeah, that's enough said about that.
5.
See Justin's.
Wait, I've never seen Justin's.
Do you want to tell about your tattoo, Justin?
They're on my skin. And they are generally under business attire.
For a reason. Yeah. So I have 2 tattoos, and one on my ankle, one on my forearm, and they both tie in with family.
My mother said if I ever got a tattoo, she would cut it off. And I left for the Army right after high school. So I took that and ran with it. And now she has a tattoo and I don't. So. And she's like 77.
So what I'm hearing is that we all need to go get more tattoos, I think.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Chris needs his first one. Chris, let's go.
Yeah, parent note.
I'll forge one for you. All righty. Let's go to one of the online questions here, and then I'll come back to my list here. Let's see.
Can you see, Holly?
Yeah, so whatever possessed you for to do a tell-all?
Not my decision.
I don't know. I think the reason we put this on was because we do a lot of talking to you guys whenever it comes to helping coach you in your business. When we're recruiting, we get to meet agents. And we do a lot of storytelling whenever we're on recruitment appointments. When the 4 of us get together, you know, we talk about ourselves, we talk about things that we like, we ask a bunch of stupid questions to the agents that we're recruiting. Some of you have been privy to those stupid questions. But I think the reason we wanted to do a hot seat panel was so that you guys could basically get a glimpse into us, because you know us as your owners, you know us as your broker and your managers, but you know, to get to ask the personal questions and get to know us as people, because we're in the trenches with you. We're doing it right alongside of you. So I think we just wanted to open it up so that we were on the same level.
All
Hope
right.
that answered.
Awesome. Good answer. Okay. Let's see. Next. What are your goals for 2024 and what do you hope to achieve in the next 5 years?
When we got together, we sat down and devised a plan to open 9 locations. I think that's the number we threw out. And to have titles supporting those. That was our business plan. And it's a little bit different now because we had looked at 3 pods of three, the three locations, title company, three locations, title company. And we recognize that we don't need three title companies because we have one big title company and the people to support that. So we're at 7 locations now, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule. That was 2 a year, yeah. And I don't know that we talked about, when you have goals, you say, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to, sell $10 million in real estate this year. And it's a goal. It's something you're reaching for. We found, holy crap, we're actually achieving or obtaining the things that we talked about. And it's a little scary because not only do we have those things that are coming true, as we have all these other opportunities of things that we can do to add on to our business to give you more opportunities as agents, to give our company more opportunity, to give our families more opportunity. So our goals originally were, first of all, we didn't pull a dollar out of our business for 3 years. Because we heard it from our spouses, because we knew that's what it was going to take. So that was one of our things, is that we have to build the business. We got to build the assets, the offices, and the culture that we as real estate agents thought was missing in the industry. And that's really where this started from, was Iron Valley's, what their goal was. And I won't get into all the things, what led us together, because I'm sure other people will ask those questions, but our goals are to open 2 per year. I don't know that we're going to do that this year, but that's what we're shooting for. So we always are aiming higher than what we really need to be, so that we fall right where we should be. Over 5 years? Good question. Crap, I'll be 63. I'm going to get old. Well, we are, and for those that don't know, we're area development now through Iron Valley. So they've tasked us or given us the opportunity to open locations for them, for Iron Valley, that we can own outright, that we can partner with someone like we did with Julie Williams in Williamsport, or that we can just open them and let them go. And with that gives us the opportunity to have some more, we call it mailbox money. It's money that comes in. We're not doing as much for it, but it's like a revenue stream for us. So we have the ability to grow Iron Valley beyond what we can do ourselves, because we know, as far as what we're doing, our reach is pretty much tapped out, because we can only be in so many places. We have 200 and some agents. So our time is it's dwindling quickly. And the people that are feeling it are the ones that were here from the very beginning, and our families. So the only way we can grow our business beyond this is to expand it with other people, partnerships, maybe partnerships with agents, partnerships with people we don't know yet. And our area development is 100 miles from this location in Carlisle. So we're looking at expanding into some other areas that don't have Iron Valley, that never heard of us.
Is there any area on the look right now? Like, do you have an area that you guys are looking at?
Let it rip, Tater Chip.
Anything within 100 miles.
State College. State College is a very, very enticing kind of community for us. I guess to add on to Chris there a little bit. Okay. Is, I think that, some people have asked, when are you going to be done growing, and why are you interested in adding offices? The income, the margins are very slim. And, from not taking a nickel out of the businesses for 3 years, it's not like we automatically turned on the tap and now we don't have to work anymore. But that is a goal, is that we don't have to sell real estate, so that we can work on perfecting what we're working with now and make everything as streamlined as possible, and making it all work together seamlessly, so that, the 207 families that we support through our endeavors can be, proud and put less effort into what they're doing, because we're able to provide more services and things that are just a refined package for you guys. Because, to go back, why do we have the brokerage? Because we didn't find people that we wanted to follow in the business. So we decided to do it ourselves.
So originally what we discussed was the Susquehanna River and west. That's our area of focus. I love the Iron Valley name. What's it tell you? It's blue collar, hardworking. Harley Davidson, and we got the colors basically the same as they do. So anything that appeals to that type of person, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, all those areas are untapped wealth. Doesn't mean we're going to do it, but if an opportunity presents itself, then I would have to talk to the partners into doing it. But so, the opportunity, how big can it be? When is enough enough? I don't know. Ask Elon Musk. It's never enough. And if we can take what we're doing and expand on what we're doing for the industry, because in 3 years we went from one agent to 200. We had 230. Now some moved up to Williamsport, some went in referral, but to grow that quickly in this business says a lot about what we're trying to do, and it says a lot about the people that have joined us, because we're providing something that you knew you needed, and we thought we could provide it.
Great answers. And I think a lot of it is people just don't really understand that it's as good as what it is. Honestly, I think that's some people's issue, that they don't really understand what Iron Valley can provide. But I think the more agents we get and the more it gets out there, I think it's just a matter of time before it just like keeps growing and growing. Because if you're doing real estate anywhere else, I think you're stupid. But that's just my opinion. Sorry, I can say that because I was somewhere else, so I can say that. Okay, let's go to an online question. Favorite date night?
Tuesday.
So my favorite literally date, I would say, is Fridays. I look forward to going home and napping. That's what I do almost every Friday with my husband. He's there, so I'm including that as a date. We both enjoy that. A long nap on a Friday. Yes, that's our best effort. And it's a happy marriage.
What is a date night? I mean, yeah, my husband sees this. We don't do a lot. Like we might steal away and go out to dinner, but by 8 o'clock we're ready for bed. So yeah, I'm happy and content on the couch with a book and my PJs and a movie, something along those lines.
Yeah, we haven't been on a date night. We used to well, I used to work at this Rillo's, and that's what happened. It was a great place to go, and my wife and I would, post up and visit with people that would kind of breeze through there, and that was really great. Snack at some food, have a couple drinks, and
Yeah.
I think it's on. Can you hear me? We had a couple other favorite restaurants that have all shut down. So we kind of missed the the white tablecloth experience that we used to enjoy. So yeah, I guess going out to eat, having a few drinks, visiting with folks, just because we're shut in with our kids most other nights. So it's nice to see people not in a professional setting.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Lovebug over here. I'm going to pass this to Chris, who does a great job. It's like, oh, look at them. And then, I do. And I'm like,
what it
oh,
was originally.
they're so in love. And look at Chris planning those special things.
It's jealousy, nothing but jealousy. My wife and I are the romantic couple. So my goal each day is to be home and have dinner with her. That's it. 6 o'clock, I want to be home. That promise a long time ago. So rarely I'll have a showing. If I do, sometimes I'll take her along, but that's my goal. That's our commitment to each other.
Okay. Yes, that was very sweet, everybody, even Chris.
More jealousy.
in your dreams. So let's go to your next question. Who is your biggest inspiration? Christy?
So the reason why I get up every morning is who inspires me? Who inspires me? I mean, it's my kids and and I would say my parents, right? They've got this relationship that was, has stood the test of time. They inspire me. And just my kids, to show them what a woman can do, like I can do this. And my partners inspire me every single day, without a doubt, because they work their butts off beyond belief. You're welcome.
I'm humbled. But I agree. You guys really, whenever I can't get it together to, feel like I'm out there crushing it, I look at you guys and I see that you are, and we all kind of take our turn of alternating, kind of pulling the load and bringing up the rear, I think. So,
Crying.
there's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, I do it for my kids, and you know what, my mom too, because she was out there doing it and making a business for herself. Yeah, and my grandfather before that.
Um, hmm. So for me, it's my, I mean, I have two answers. So my kids first and foremost. So I I do everything that I do because I want my kids to be able to sit back and say that they're proud of their mom. Um, but in addition to that, um, I get inspired from all of my agents. So the things that we do every day, and trust me when I say it is crazy hard to run these offices for you guys, like ridiculously hard. Um, but to know that we have been able to give you guys a platform to be successful and to be happy, watching you guys achieve certain things is a huge inspiration to us. So you guys are the reason that I get up every day and open up that damn computer and stare at it and, and continue to do the things that we do through the good and the bad. And there are days that are harder than others, especially at the end of the year. Jesus, at the end of the year. But yeah, it's my kids are the personal inspiration. They're why I go. But then you guys as agents, you guys are the ones who push me personally every day to be a better person, to be a better broker, to be a better owner, just, to be able to provide. So
Going to sound a little self-indulgent, but I'm my biggest inspiration. For those that don't know, 1991, I was homeless. Lost everything, lost my house, lost my car, lost my family. Do bad decisions, just stupid 20-some-year-old kid. And had a choice to make, is either sink or swim. And so from that point forward, it was nothing but up. So, every morning you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to work? Are you going to succeed, or are you going to fail? And you have a choice to make every day. And lucky, we mentioned our partners, but since then, I've found my people. And I told them before, I don't think they believe me, but they're my best friends. So not just from, we don't go out and hang out and go drinking and run around. We're not that kind of best friends. It's just that we're there to support each other, because as teary-eyed as she got in the end, me too. And they'll tell you I'm the first one to cry, but we inspire each other. And so that's taken the place of me trying to do it myself. I want someone to help me.
That's really sweet.
Oh, all right. Everybody wipe their tears and well, Chris, I wanted to see that. I don't. wanted to feel
Ask
it.
him again.
All right. No, that was good. And I think like we all have stories, and I feel like, you know, you either you fought to get here, or you have something that brought you here. And I think that's amazing for us to be able to hear as well, like what brought you guys here, because we all have stories.
And there
so
wasn't
it's-
anyone like us, I feel.
No.
All the brokers and other owners of other real estate brokerages.
Yeah.
Like, they just weren't they're, a lot of them maybe didn't sell real estate. They were more of managers and stuff like that. But yeah, we just, we're inspired by the opportunity in this business to provide something that we were looking for. And that we so firmly believe in, and that is the relationships with our agents. And that is the culture that we, help to create, because really you guys do it.
Yeah, you just really support that, do your thing, because you support us in all of our ways of doing things. There's no cult that we have to join.
Nobody's drinking the Kool-Aid.
No one's drinking that Kool-Aid,
Everybody says that. I love
you know, and I know that everybody knows that we can get a hold of any one of you, and you're gonna help us and support us in the way that we particularly need, which is amazing. And we can't thank you enough for like making this happen. That's great. Okay, here's a fun one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Mine would be to see into the future. I really think to see into the future.
There it goes.
Right.
No, it's only whenever the lights.
Is that my mic? Is their mic?
It's both. That's like the connection.
Justin, do you have any?
Yeah, it keeps
No, it
flicking on
keeps-
and off.
Do I
Go
have any
off.
superpowers?
Notifications keep popping up. It keeps going between this and the Mac speakers or something.
Okay, well, it's not, hang on, it's not on right now.
How about now?
There it goes. It's gone. It's gone.
Just unplug it. Unplug it. Can you guys at home hear us? Yeah.
Can still pick up pretty decent.
Yes,
Yep.
we hear you.
Okay.
Great.
perfect. Cool.
Superpower.
Just talk really loud.
I'm kind of torn.
Okay, so these don't work anymore.
No hangovers?
Oh.
Is that a superpower? All right.
And the crowd goes wild.
No idea.
If I had to go, if I was on national news, I'd say invisibility.
Yeah, I think
That much creepy.
That's really creepy.
I think he's on national. Creepy.
I think I would want to be able to fly. If I could have anything, I'd want to fly.
What do you
Just
want?
so I can travel for free. Like I can go anywhere I want to.
Does that take your energy?
Whenever I want to. I
That's more
don't know,
teleport.
Kyle. I don't know how it works because I don't have that superhero power. If I had it.
It's your
like,
power that you're wishing for. You should know the details.
Well, then if it's
But you
my
should
power,
also wish for like, you don't get cold because like,
Yeah, they're teleport.
I can wear a coat.
we could also have like an unlimited plane.
Well, that's true too. And that's my choice, Justin. That's what I want. So
Keep so warm.
anyway, Chris, what's your
Yes,
answer?
without that mic, we just lost it without that
I
mic.
would say X-ray vision. I've had worn glasses since I was in kindergarten. Now that I'm getting older, I gotta wear readers all the time.
That's creepy too.
So X-ray vision. Yeah.
Oh, that is creepy.
You and Justin are creepy old men.
I feel like you should both work for NAR.
Thousands of
Oh, yeah.
All right, I have 4 questions from one person.
Get loud.
I have 4 questions from one person, so you're each going to take one. All right, so Terry, I'm going to start with you. Can you talk about the importance of showing up to events, trainings, and etc.? Importance for yourself and for the larger of the team.
Did you
Like,
plant this?
no, this is somebody online. It's not.
I was wondering if Kyle planted it, to be honest.
It's possible.
It's the importance. I mean, we have seen collectively just
throughout the brokerage that things that we talk about during meetings and trainings and events are typically the things that come up when issues arise. So like when agents have a problem with whether it's writing a contract or negotiations or whatever it may be, those are typically the things that they're calling us on. So we haven't said it yet, but there may come a day when we get that phone call and it's from a person who doesn't attend the meetings or the trainings, where we just say, well, if you would have come to the meeting,
You don't say that?
we covered it. I don't say that. I guess I'm the nice one.
Go find the link in your email.
I personally, my entire career, I have shown up, whether it's pointless or not. You go to the meetings, you go to the trainings that are offered. I mean, education is invaluable. So it doesn't matter if it's your broker or if it's a co-agent or if it's somebody outside of the real estate realm who can provide you some sort of value. If it's an opportunity to learn and to grow and to be a better, person in your career or a better person, take it. Why aren't you here? Like, take it. So yeah, so that's my take.
I know it's not my question,
It's okay.
but you showing up is part of your responsibility to the collective. Whenever you show up, you bring your experience and everybody else gains off of that. So, you guys find value in each other. And the more that you contribute together, the more that you all benefit together. Like, I can only carry the conversation. I mean, I can carry it a long way, but I can't carry it the whole way.
We don't want him to carry it all the time.
Right?
All right, Justin, explain culture that you would like to see at the Iron Valley offices.
Just did. Everybody shows up, gives what they want to receive. You be the change that you want to see in the world, and everybody benefits. So if you're complaining that you aren't seeing the camaraderie, show up and give. If you aren't seeing the professionalism that you want to see in the world, then be more professional. And I think that that's what we have going. We have the same struggles that every company in the world is experiencing right now. And that's, people really got used to working from their couch in their sweats. And it's hard to show up whenever the weather's like this. So kudos to every one of you guys for coming out in this mess. Yeah, high five yourselves. That's awesome. And then, that kind of support from one another, where we all share instead of slit each other's throat to get to that next deal. Because that one deal that you screwed somebody over to get is going to cost you so much additional benefit. And I think that you guys get it. And that we haven't had the infighting within our offices that I've experienced in other brokerages. And we can always improve, but I think that we have a great thing going and we just want to keep on building on it.
Good answer. I'm going to jump down to this question for Christy. Recruitment. Do you look for a specific type of agent?
So it really was difficult when I, entered into this position of trying to grow our company, right? And trying to make relationships with people, not only with our agents, but with outside of Iron Valley. And I was really disappointed when I figured out that not everybody's an Iron Valley agent. Because for the longest time, I couldn't wrap my head around that. Like, I just wanted to be like, are you dumb? Right? Like, so many times, do you own a calculator? Like, that kind of stuff. Like, are you fighting for yourself? And so to me, that's my. So no, I don't.
Squirrel. Sorry.
So who am I looking for? We know that one bad apple can ruin the whole crew. So we
Mhm.
are selective in the fact that they've got to mesh with us. They've got to be able to drop their egos at the front door, be a sharing type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be like a sharing type of agent.
And some supports
And
others.
kind and have values, like you can tell right away. And also we want agents that support Iron Valley too, you know? So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of answers that I could give. Every agent is so different. And the reason for maybe leaving their brokerage is different. You know, because everyone has these vast experiences out there. So we try to be problem solvers, right? We try to eliminate pain points for agents by coming to Iron Valley. But what kind of answer you want? You want good looking? We're looking for good looking agents.
Mainly good looking.
Good looking.
Another question. So would you say that would fear be the biggest reason that established agents don't step over to the other side?
Comfort.
Well, let's just face it. I mean, well,
Comfort.
in different markets, like I want to say in the Hanover and York market, like we took over from previous owners, right? So there is a certain amount of time that we had to really prove ourselves to not only the agents, right? To say, hey, trust me, we are really great. To they actually, you know, I hope they think that way. To the other brokers that we are now working with, like there was just a degree of trust and a certain level of like I felt like we just had to be more honest, have a better work ethic, just be more engaged than every single person out there. As
So it's a matter of proving. Yeah. I don't care if he sees it, don't worry about it.
I think a lot of people are afraid of the brand, you know, like
Yeah.
it's a local brand, right? We are
Yes.
Central PA born,
Right.
right? And this is what I get excited about because, you know, we're just hometown agents trying to do a good thing, right? And so a lot of agents are afraid to leave the, you know, other big name brokers. And that they feel like they're gonna have to give up something by coming to Iron Valley, even though they may. Yeah, that they're gonna, they may think, okay, I might make a little bit more money, but I'm gonna give, and the truth of the matter is, we give so much more, I believe, than those other companies, those big, because we are more specialized, we can pivot, we can, you know, it's just more personal. Just more personal.
And at the root of it, how many of you like change? Period. Yeah.
Oh.
One person. Most people don't like change. And when you introduce their income, their daily, everything that they do is going to change. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And if they're coming from a 60 or 65% commission plan to an 80, they're getting a 15% bump. I mean, I've talked to some agents, and all of us have, for 2 years, and they still don't get it. And they finally come over and they're like, holy crap. I mean, we've had some agents that their first check, I remember the one agent, I won't mention their name, got the first check. He's like, is this all mine? Yeah, really, did Nicole, it was Nicole, did Nicole make a mistake? No, that's all yours. And so overcoming that, what they've been told and conditioned. Think about your own time at another brokerage as what you were told about who we were and how we operated. We don't train, or our agents suck, or they don't know what they're doing. We're babysitters. We hear that a lot. So yeah, trying to overcome the fact that you have to change, and you have to change who you are to want to be a part of this.
One, it's not very easy to always get in front of people either. I mean, so Chris is talking about agents that come from lower splits, but we have agents that have joined us that came from 100% brokerages. I mean, we've got a team here that he was at 100%. He brought his team over, he met us, we had a couple drinks, And he's one of our biggest freaking fans.
Took you 2 drinks.
Um,
That's all it took him, right? Sean? 2 drinks and you were done.
2 shots or 2 drinks?
He was bought in after 2 drinks.
But he'll
Justin wants no hangover.
he'll tell everybody he's not with our office because of he's not here because of the splits. The splits are great. He's not here because of the systems, which are also great, but that's not what's important to him. It's the culture. It's the support that he knows that he can pick up the phone and he can get. You know, we have a team that
John doesn't need it.
yeah, we have a team that just joined us in York. I mean, they're a top producing team and they were getting 100%, but things that they needed and they weren't getting, and they just didn't have exactly what they needed or wanted until they actually sat down and took the time to meet with us. So yeah, it's hard to get in front of some people too, because people will just write us off and be like,
That's okay.
so yeah, and at the end of the day, we're not built for everybody.
With
So-
every big technological leap, there's early adopters. And then once it becomes, once they see that they didn't burst into flames, then everybody else, it gives them permission to come along. And we're heading out of that early adopter phase. And I think that we are going to be coming into our own in the next few years not because of what we're doing, but also because of what the industry is going to endure over the next several years. And they're going to see that they need options. And that's why we're here, is because the marketplace at large just didn't provide the options that we saw as vital to go forward.
Yeah. Chris's turn.
Yep. So it kind of goes off what you guys just touched on, but it says, talk to us about why there may not be the training systems that other larger brokerages offer here. And where your vision is for training, is this more like, this is what you're going to be seeing for the future? Like more what we're doing versus what those bigger brokerages are
You gotta
doing.
understand that we've been here for 3.5 years. So I think we've come a long ways with our trainings from the early days to where we're at now. Where are we going to be at in 5 years? Will our trainings match or exceed what they're referring to? We just talked about that, I think, last week at our partner meeting, about where we're at time-wise, from early on to where we're at now. Where are we going to be at in 5 years? Can we see that far? So we put that back when all the agents is, what is it that you need? What is it that you want? What is it that's why Iron Valley? Why are you staying here? Why do you want to leave? Because we have those conversations with ourselves.
That's self-serving. I want you guys, and Chris is, we've talked about this a million times. If you grow up as a real estate agent, want to go out and start your own brokerage, then I will have succeeded.
Yep.
If you go and you succeed and you're able to move on to something else, that's great. It's not my objective to brainwash you into staying here. It is my objective to treat you so well and to give you the tools that you need so much that you couldn't imagine doing your business anywhere else. So a lot of times those trainings have different objectives.
Yeah.
When I was a business owner prior to this and I had employees, they're different than what agents are. Is my goal was to help them up to the next step. If they left my employment and went to AT&T and did the same thing, I did nothing for them, business wise or professionally or personally. But if they went on to better themselves from a cashier or whatever to maybe be the manager of another business, then I've done something to help them. If you leave our brokerage and go to another brokerage to do the same exact thing that you're doing here, either you weren't listening or we weren't helping you and helped you up. If we can help you up to the next step to be a team leader or a brokerage owner or something else that's a step above where you are, then we take great pride in that. And I tell them this, and I told other people as well, is that nothing does my heart much more good than when I get a letter or an email from someone saying, can you write me a letter of recommendation? I just got one the other day from an employee from 20 years ago that he's like, you helped me up. Can you write a letter? I had a guy that wanted to become a police officer. So he worked for me, helped him get through school. And now I wrote him a letter of recommendation for him to become a sergeant at Lower Swiftera Township. So that's what our job, that's our goals now. It's not about us as real estate agents anymore. It's about managing people, helping them to the next step, whatever that may be, and that gives us more pride.
Yeah, I can tell you that I think that that comes out, and I.
Speak up, speak up.
Sorry, I can tell you that I think that that truly comes out in all four of you. So I believe that maybe, and I think all of us probably agree, you guys saw a part of our industry that was missing. And you have released the idea of like the yellow coat pomp and circumstance. And you brought it down just because of who you are, and I think it exuberates through Iron Valley as a whole, just to be for raw and real. And I think that the community out there needs that to be served as a whole. But I think because of who you guys are, and then you also leave it in a sense of, even without some of that niche training, because there's a certain amount of accountability of our own self, right? We have to want it. And I'm sorry, you can't always just give that if it's just all there. We have
Thank
to
you for
want-
saying so.
Yeah, we have to want it. We have to be accountable for that, because we all know if we need anything, like Christy, we call for KV Court. Yeah, don't move, go on, don't move and learn, right? Give it to yourself. You guys just don't have to be sitting here spoon feeding it to us, because are we gonna get it? No, but you are empowering all of us in another way that is truly just raw and real and grassroots. And I can tell you that I think I feel that within our community here, as well as the community feels that. And I have to say, thank you for taking some of the crap out of the industry and bringing it down.
So true, so true.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we would do a show of hands from everybody that's here and there, if you've grown and leveled up since joining Iron Valley, I think everybody would raise their hand and everybody would say yes.
See,
So,
this is the part that makes me uncomfortable.
so thank you. So you did what you sought out to do is
Thank you.
basically what everybody is better because of what you guys did. So don't feel uncomfortable. All right, let's do a fun one. Celebrity crush.
Oh.
Now he's really uncomfortable.
Celebrity crush.
The day that Gerard Butler walks into my room, I'm out. Out, all of you, I'm gone. Like, so.
See you later, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we know where you stand. That took 2 seconds.
Nobody, don't care.
I'm curious, Justin.
I only have eyes for my wife.
Can we stop the recording real quick? Can we stop the recording, Justin? Justin.
Not going there.
I guarantee she's got one.
Maybe.
To be a one hall pass.
That's between her and the walls.
Brad?
Oh, so I grew up around like hip hop. Hip hop was big and rap, you know what I mean? I still love
Oh
that.
boy.
So like, not that I'm like I would love to meet Jay-Z.
Chrissy
in
is so
person. I
ghetto.
love Jay-Z. Cool Jet, like all those people, like
That's your crush.
those are my crushes because they're so.
Jay-Z is your crush.
It's so bad.
All right.
Yeah, they're just like they're entrepreneurs and they just come through adversity and the whole thing and just like they're just cool.
I'm just picturing.
You don't want to-
Okay.
If you're in the Hanover office, there's quotes on the walls and there's a Jay-Z quote.
No, it's all Christy.
All Christie.
All Christy.
All
Yep,
Christy.
so
That's
it's very,
great.
very real.
Yeah.
Celebrity crush, and you know, the usual is Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, that.
Justin, blink once for you.
I don't know. I never thought of it.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll go with it. You've never thought about it. Mhm. Okay. All right, let's go back to what is the best advice you have ever given? Or what's the best advice you could give? Either way you want to look at it.
That we've given or we've received.
It says given.
Hmm.
If you could give us some good advice, what would it be? Let's go with
I
that.
go back to don't give yourself permission to fail. Don't do it. Don't let those voices in your head say it and don't give yourself permission.
It's not an option.
Not an option. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna flip the question and I'm gonna piggyback off of Christie's. So best advice that I've ever received was to fail. Because I've been told 3 times in my life, by 3 significant people that when the day came that I failed or I was a failure or whatever it was, and every step that we've taken to get here, I've done so with those words in my head. So I wake up every day knowing that I am going to ensure that they are never, ever proven to be right. So, yeah.
My dad said to me, because I screwed up, and I said, "What's the big deal?" He said, "Because your name is my name, and what you do and who you are and what you do in the community reflects good on me or bad on me. So don't let me down." That was it.
What you believe and your mind can conceive, you can achieve. So it's all about mindset and what you apply. And it wasn't advice, but an overheard conversation. And I've said this before, that I was at a funeral and I heard this guy say that this was going to be the best year of my life. He said that, and it didn't even dawn on me then. I thought about it later and I was like, wait, what? And that was, I investigated it further. It was mindset, and it was all about whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I don't have any right to be here. I have done my share of screwing up, and but by flipping a switch and putting your mind behind something, you can go forward and change your outcomes. So invest in yourself and dig deep and just put in the work. It's not a get rich scheme by any means. It's more of a get rich slow scheme. And just put in the time, put in the effort.
Okay. Good answers. Let's see.
Did I just bring it all down?
Yeah, yes.
I don't.
Hey,
Chalk.
Suck it up. Go do it.
It was good. It was good. Okay. If we open up your phone right now to your music playlist, we already know what Christie's is going to be. What would be the first song that would be playing right now? What is it? Or maybe play it.
Mine is
Who's playing? Chris?
Bread.
Bread?
No.
Bread.
Yeah, bread. Yeah.
What? No.
Not Jay-Z.
That's who inspired Disney.
Did you hear that at home, Christy?
Maybe they should be here.
Yeah. I was listening to the 70s music and you all
Hanging with Danny recently.
I love it.
Totally for me. Justin.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
It's
That's definitely something I could see you jamming out to.
This is right after he took those 10 phones out.
Terry?
Mine is currently on the song Get Up by Shine Down, because that was the last one that I was listening to in my car.
So I do have a secret power
Sorry,
to talk about Terry.
Oh, geez.
Terry knows every word to every song out there and can sing it, right? Yeah, she's a great singer too, but she
So
knows every word.
karaoke Saturday.
No karaoke Saturday. I love music. I listen to all types of music,
All types.
every genre, everything.
Yeah.
Music taste comes from me.
It's funny, so funny because the way we work too, like when we're working around each other, Terry's like, turn up the music. And I'm like, turn it off. Turn it off. I can't concentrate. So we're all different in that way too.
Chris is like, my tism's going. And
Yeah,
I'm
my
like, I can't work without music.
different music for different moods.
Yeah.
If I'm driving, heavy metal. I love a lot of jam bands, Dead, Fish. If I need to really grind out some work, it's 90s rap. Wow. It has to do with the beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Listen,
Chris.
If Theory of a Dead Man or Seether are playing, you know I'm pissed off. So leave me alone.
You will.
So right now I'm into Greta Van Fleet.
Yes.
Mhm.
Led Zeppelin.
Another one that's really good that I like with them as well is Dirty Honey. So I grew up, I'm a product of the sixties and seventies, so I grew up with Zeppelin and Kiss, and I had 6 foot Kiss posters, and my grandmother thought I was going straight to hell because she was
But you didn't have any tattoos, so you're safe.
she didn't have any tattoos either.
All right. Justin, this one's just for you. Who's your favorite actress? That might have been made up by me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Actress.
Uh-huh.
That would be
Actress,
female,
female actress,
Right.
or singer. You know what I mean?
That's just from you. You're not gonna get this out of me. You're
Justin,
just not gonna get this
come
out.
on, Justin.
He said it was Lassie.
You're not gonna. Kathy Bates.
Oh.
She's really good.
You really like the misery.
That's
Bone chilling.
All right. What is it that you are looking to achieve out of owning this real estate brokerage?
me.
Sure, we'll start with
Oh.
you. What are you looking to
Okay.
achieve?
Right.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Go.
Security, future, legacy, you know.
Mm.
About it.
Generational wealth.
Yeah.
So, when we talk early on, it was, what's our exit plan? I said, shit, we just got started, our exit plan. And one of the things we're going through right now is we're consulting with a consulting group. We were honored to be asked to do that. And it asked when there what our exit strategy is. And I told them, I don't want to exit. Because as a real estate agent, as long as I'm licensed, I can stay in this field forever. And our obligation to each other is we have to work at least 20 hours a week to get our job done. Did you know that? It's in there. It's the work.
But don't worry.
Can I bank time? So, this is like club time.
So as
That's
we
your
get-
exit strategy.
So
Yeah.
the oldest member of the group, as we get older, I don't see myself leaving the group at all. We've talked about, do we sell our portion? Do we bring another person in as like an apprentice to train what we do? We don't have an answer for what that is, but I think our business gives us the ability to stay in the business for a very, very long time. And as long as we can continue to engage people and bring them in and give them shelter from whatever is out there, and we can continue to do a good job, I think we'll stay in it for a long time. Terry's the baby, so she's like 38 years old, I think. But if we can keep it going and we do it well, and we find enjoyment, we'll continue to do it. We worked for 3 years with no income. I would like to work 3 years after we're done with a lot of income.
Yeah, those were tough 3 years.
Yeah.
A really tough 3 years.
Does anybody have any questions in here before, because I have some more online in here, but does anybody have questions
Start firing away.
here?
I have one.
Speak up so they can hear you.
So we all know that there's parts of this job where we all love to do, and then there are parts of the job that each of us just either dislike or is not the most fun part for us. So, and I love that each of 4 of you are all completely different in who you are and what you do. But what is each of you, what is the one part of this job that you love, and what is the one part that like you loathe, that you just have to make yourself do, that you just don't like?
Good question.
I love deal doctoring, right? Like looking at a situation and puzzling through the contract, turning it over to my mind to figure out how to work through it. I hate paperwork and paperwork.
Don't we all?
That's it.
Okay.
I love the paperwork. Yeah, I love the paperwork. I like I like the systems and the checklists. I like every little thing in its place, and I like that stuff. What do I loathe? Whew. I can't say that. I'm gonna just say it. No, I can't say that. I don't like the recruitment side of things. I could never do what Christy does. I love the time with all of you. But I don't want to have to go out and try to build those relationships. I'm good letting them come to me. So, yeah.
Things that I hate are making cold calls to agents, right? But that I do all the time, and you don't ever get used to the rejection, right? You just don't. And then, a lot of times you're made to feel less than, right? They don't know who I am, and I'll get the typical question a lot of times, well, do you even sell real estate? You know what I mean? Asking. So I feel like, so being misunderstood, that part I hate about that. The part that I love is, winning. I love anything that has to do with winning. And that means, getting a new agent, right?
Stealing it from another brokerage.
Recorded, selecting acquisitions, acquiring.
But I love, and then I'm back to just negotiating real estate. I love trying to get the best from my client. Like that gives me a high.
And that's why we don't do deals together.
That's the truth.
They hate working with me.
Absolutely.
I did a deal with this.
And not as great, I was trying to prove a point. I was on my best behavior.
I hate working with Christy. Not in a bad way though. Like it's not a bad thing, but she is a freaking pit bull. Like she's horrible when you're on the other side because she's just,
No collaboration.
Not true.
Horrible.
but she fights for her client,
She
which is
collaborates as long as
she's
you do it
amazing.
respectfully.
She is an amazing agent and she will fight tooth and nail for her client. But if you're the agent on the other side,
I know she's extra special with me, or she's just extra.
Little bit. Love you. A little bit.
Anybody else have any questions?
no, Chris in here.
Chris.
Oh, Chris. I forget he's down there. He's got white on it, just messes everything up.
I love numbers. I love goal planning. I love business,
Spreadsheets.
business. And I love when Justin calls and says, let me run this by you. Because it's usually because one of you called him. And
I cooked up something insane.
yes, and our conversations about the contract, because we both love the contract, inside and out, upside down, love it, and we'll debate it. And we love to win at that part is the negotiation. If you come to Ivy League, some of you do, some don't. If you don't come, I love taking that part of the agreement of sale and really making you think about the phrase that you didn't read because you glossed over it, because that phrase means so much to what you're trying to determine or trying to win. So checkers and chess and negotiation, I love those things. So when Justin calls me, I think that's some of my favorite parts of the day, to just beat the hell out of that, whatever's going on, to figure it out for you guys.
But does not mean cook up new scheme.
No. Well, we do cook up some schemes, but we never share them. Things I hate, same thing, cold calling, recruiting. Christy and I it's spam calling. Chris and I are on the opposite ends of the rainbow as far as the what do they call it?
The disc.
The disc, yeah, disc assessment. So all the things that she loves to do, I hate to do, and vice versa. And so she'll call me and run things by me that have to do with my world and vice versa, because she relates to each one of you so much differently than what I do, because mine's so analytical. And that's what I love about each one of us, is that our perspectives are just 25% different than everybody else.
So we took a disc test last year. For those of you who have ever taken them, they give you a diagram, they give you like a graph, and they show you where you fall on the graph. Like if you're more,
There's 4 corners.
yeah. So do you lean more towards the systematic side? Do you lean more towards the people side? And the four of us, when you put our graphs on top of each other, we filled up the graph. Yeah, the whole graph. So
That's
we,
something really.
yeah, we
special.
overlapped in certain areas, but
Really
yeah,
cool.
it was really cool.
Mhm.
But
You know, what's funny about that is the originators of it, Adam Gamble, Rob, Corey, and now Lisa, they're just like us. And we know who our person is, even though we deny it because we don't want to associate with that person. It's like,
Who are you? Who are you? We want to know. Yeah, who?
he's Adam. Oh
Yes,
God,
he
he
is
is
Adam.
so
Okay.
Adam Gamble.
Adam.
100%.
Christy?
Yeah.
Corey. Well,
Yeah, I agree.
these two are gonna argue over who's the
We
person.
we overlap between
think Jeff-
Lisa and Rob.
I was gonna say Jeff was
Justin's
Lisa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I,
Wow.
Rob and I have fun with that.
Yeah.
I don't think I am, but okay.
Yeah, we share a lot of characteristics.
Are you guys bored yet?
So
It's all funny, but like you can tell, like when we walk into a meet, just with the four of us, we all walk in a different type of way. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we all have our own just thing. Like when we walk into our, we meet every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. in the morning.
No, 7:05.
or 7:15, depending on,
Perfect.
yeah.
But we all like walk into, and it's I feel like it's a lot of it's based on our personality, on how we walk into that room
Mhm.
every day. I'm usually like, hey, what's happening?
And Chris and I are like, shut the hell
And they're
up.
like, yeah.
Like, we're already working.
So,
For 45 minutes.
I've never seen them walk into a room because they're always there early doing book shit.
yeah. Yeah, they're usually head deep in something, and I don't want to do that. I'm like, how's your weekend? What's going on? And they're like, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, it's true.
True.
I love that.
In time, we will.
All right, any other questions here? Anybody?
Anybody?
No.
Okay. Anything else from home?
I mean, there's
There's a lot of these.
there's
Also,
a couple,
fires.
favorite movie, favorite vacation spot.
Oh, favorite movie? Usual Suspects.
Tombstone would
That
be
movie
mine.
is awesome.
Tombstone.
Same time next year.
All right, we're just gonna try and roll through these. Favorite, fondest childhood memory.
Ooh, childhood memory.
Next.
Okay, next on you. Well,
Sad.
you won't tell me. She won't tell me your childhood memory. Who are you?
I don't know the Justin.
Favorite vacation spot.
For me, vacation spots anywhere on the beach. For the rest of my family, it's anywhere in the mountains. So
As long as I'm moving, I like to travel, just
Mhm.
all over, see new stuff, eat new stuff, meet new people.
Me too. Same as you.
Pine Creek, cell phone doesn't work that great.
Okay. Favorite office.
Shut up.
That came from John Wigga, so there you go.
So
Came from John.
The next one.
I've got my office at home is behind my house. It's a detached garage.
that's like asking us who our favorite agent is. Like,
Who's your favorrit kid?
I know.
I know who my favorite kid is all day long. I'm pleading the fifth on office and agent.
I'm so upset.
You didn't say York, she was like, I'm out.
What is your definition of success personally and within Iron Valley?
I think for me, my level of success is, so anybody who knows me knows that my background is a team leader, right? So as coming up as a team leader, you always put your agents first. That's how I was brought up in the business. That's just what I was taught. So for me, I roll that over to the brokerage as well. So my level of success is when you guys are successful, no matter what that looks like, whether it's you've graduated to do something else, to be an owner, to be a team leader, or just you're hitting personal goals. I mean, that's it for me. So
Personally, it's raising good humans to make children who are good, solid people who are happy. And likewise as a broker operator, I want you guys to be happy. That's it. I don't have to be able to do a good job. I would like to be able to look at every one of you and say, yes, I would happily list my house with you because I know you're going to do a good job. But I want you to be able to, like what you're doing.
Yeah.
mine would be, success would be, to stop selling real estate. To me. And just, I've got a taste of what it's like and what it feels like, and it's,
I have
so,
achieved that.
so, so satisfying, to be with you all, like, and grow the company and find more agents for you to play with, right? And gain knowledge, but that would be my success.
Terry will agree with 0 inbox.
Oh, amen.
Our email, we get 80 to 100 emails a day from all of you, all the vendors, everybody, dealing with problems. So when we get down, I'm down below 14 right now. And I feel
You've
like,
been here for an hour.
I know, wait till I get back.
I haven't even
But-
looked at my inbox
but
yet.
yeah, that inbox tells me that everything's running smoothly.
29.
Yep. Let's see.
Nope, zero inbox.
And
No,
then
I've got since this.
personally, I think Justin touched on it, is you're a direct reflection, your kids are a direct reflection of you personally. And, did they go out into the world and prosper and become good humans? So
They better be. I'll beat them like red-headed stepchildren.
As a redheaded stepchild, I
All right, last one.
last question.
Last one. Knowing what you know now, would you do it again or what would you change?
Ooh, I wouldn't do anything different.
Why not?
I wouldn't, there's a lot of times you hear people say that if I could go back in time, I would change this or I would do this differently. I am a firm believer that everything happens the way it happens for a reason. Like, you're meant to get here because of X, Y, and Z, good and bad. And I've had my share of bad throughout life. Like, everything that's happened, whether it's been over tears or, happiness, whatever it is, has led us to this point. I would do everything completely and totally the exact same way because it's gotten us here.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Yep.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, I've learned so much, since joining in Iron Valley about myself, about agents, about the business.
Well, you are a product of your environment, of your experience, and your heredity. And we are who we are, each one of us, because of the trials and tribulations that we've been through. And we wouldn't be here if we hadn't experienced things. Terry wouldn't be here if she hadn't joined Christy because of something that happened in her professional life. Justin wouldn't be here. Well, Justin would be here because he was headed here anyway. I think that each one of us, at least I'm going to speak for my partners, are the best at what they do, hands down. And feel very lucky and privileged to be, alongside them because I fought like hell to get them here.
Oh man, I wouldn't do this with anybody else than you
Yeah,
guys.
it's been fun.
Really.
So. Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds
A wrap.
Don't let the bags under our eyes fool you. We like
Yeah.
what we do.
I love what I do. I really do. Even through all the bad days.
My wife is jealous.
Like
She's jealous
87% of the
of
time.
my relationship with you and with my partners because I spend more time with you. When my phone goes off, everybody ever hear my text message? It's Friday the 13th sound. And it goes off a lot. And it's usually us bantering back and forth. And she's jealous of that. What do they want now? It's like, oh, you got to see this. And it's like, Kristen said this or did that.
It's her fault. She told you to get out of the house.
I turned off my notifications.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. But
But you still answer.
Anything else? No? We good? All right. I think that's a wrap. See y'all Saturday.
Thank you, everyone.
appreciate you guys. Yeah, see you Saturday.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
Mandatory meeting tomorrow. Apparently, I don't know.
but I'd rather see you Saturday.
In York on Thursday and then next week. So, thanks, everybody.
Thank you all. Appreciate you.